Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DFS experience for Wednesday, January 31st. This video is brought to you by our friends over at Thrive Fantasy, the player prop website where you can play against the house or play against other players in contest format. You do get a deposit match up to $250 if you use my promo code DFSChapel, or you can use the link that's in my description. Alright, we're going to go to DraftKings. We got a 9-game slate. We're going to start with point guard. SGA is 9.9K. Find value and play him. We've been seeing that last couple weeks, the best lineups are usually stars and scrubs, meaning one of the top tier pair options, and then some very cheap very cheap value option that gives you somewhere between 17 and 25 fantasy points, but it's still optimal because your Embiids and your Lucas are putting up 80, 90 fantasy points, and all they need is to add in their little 20, 22 fantasy points, and that's your optimal plays right there. So, on these slates, you see Lucas out, SGA going up against Denver. So obviously you got Jokic. You got to play the spend ups. That's what it's looking like. That's how it's been trending lately. So what you got to do, like I always tell you, when DFS as it shifts, you got to shift with it. You know what I'm saying? I've been playing mid range, and mid range is cute, but if you're trying to win money, you gotta take risk, and you're gonna be paying 10K, 11K, 12K for Luka and Jokic and Embiid, and you gotta jump out that window and play that value piece that you don't feel comfortable with. That's how you got to win now. I'm sorry. I'm the one that had to break the news to you guys, but that's what's been happening. And I pay attention to this shit, so I know what I'm talking about. But with all that being said, find value, play SGA. Booker, there's another one. Is Booker gonna go crazy against Brooklyn? We don't know. Booker's clearly the number one. KD's the number two. Then you get the rest. You got the rest of them. You're playing 2 lineups, 3 lineups. Throw Booker in one of them. Donovan Mitchell's absolutely in play. He goes under the radar. Cleveland's not an enticing team. Donovan Mitchell always goes off. He has a good matchup against Detroit. LaMelo might be back. If he's not back, a lot of value opens up in Charlotte. Um, Everyone in the world knows Charlotte's a bunch of goofballs. However, if that value does open up, Miller and Bridges they look amazing, and then you get the PJ Washingtons of the world and the Nick. What's his name? The fuck is his last name? The Nick Richards. The Nick Richards of the worlds. But if LaMelo is in, then everybody else just goes back to being regular. So we'll keep an eye on LaMelo Ball. Fox is absolutely in play. Miami's in shambles right now. Harden against Washington. Good matchup. I don't really like trying to choose between the big three in Los Angeles. Harden's an okay play at 8.5. I prefer Kawhi. Cunningham, if he plays 8.3, he's in play. Anthony Edwards is in play against the ghost of Dallas. Luka's going to be out, so that game will not be competitive. No way in hell. Jamal Murray's absolutely in play. Kobe White's in play against Charlotte. Good matchup. Garland is going to be back after a long time out. Not sure if he's going to be on a minutes limit or not, but I don't think I want to go to him first game back after all that time being out. Van Vliet, Van Vliet doesn't have that dog in him. Van Vliet is just there. I've watched this dude plenty times, and sometimes he doesn't even shoot the fucking ball. And I'm supposed to spend 7.2K salary on him in a point guard spot and pray that he wins me money. Yo, get Van Vliet the fuck off my screen. McCollum's in play, Vassar's in play, Bradley Beal's an okay play, but I'm not enthusiastic to play him. He's fucking broken. Tyler Hero, I'm not interested on anyone on Miami. Tyus Jones, 6.3, he's an okay play. Rozier, he's on Miami. Not interested. Simmons, he had a good game back, first game back. If you want to take a shot, 6.2, no thank you. These scores on DraftKings and FanDuel have been astronomical. I don't want to pay 2K for a guy that's going to play 20 minutes and give me 26 fantasy points. Well, yeah, 42 on his first game back, but we don't know if he's going to get 11 assists and 8. We don't know how the game's going to go for him. Utah is usually like that, fast pace. Phoenix, if you're expecting that again, play him. I'm not expecting that again. I would love to pay 6.2K and get 40-something fantasy points out of someone, but what's the likelihood that happens again? I don't think it's highly likely, so I won't be going there. Josh Giddey is another bozo. I don't even know if he knows he's playing basketball when he's playing basketball, because some of the shit he be doing be throwing me off. Get him off my screen too. Trey Jones, 5.8. You could take a shot. Caruso's in play, 5.8. Should be a lot of blocks and steals to go around in Charlotte. LeVert not interested in. Westbrook not interested in. Exum 5.7. If he starts, he's an okay play, but Minnesota's a tough team to play against, and I'm done counting on guys that are getting the opportunity they've been waiting for and they don't fucking produce. I'm over that. Fuck Dante Exum and fuck the Mavericks. That's how I feel. Anyway, Jordan Poole, man, this guy's got to be the biggest bust in the history of the NBA. My man went from, he was like almost 8K last season when Curry was out. He's 5,600 normal. Wow. I'm not even interested in him, to be honest with you. If I play like 6 or 7 lineups, I might throw him in one that's like value. And you know we're gonna get value close to the lock. So he wouldn't even make it to my main lineup. Man, it's a shame how the mighty has fallen. Monk, I think his minutes went down too. His minutes had come down too, because you got fucking MVP, the MVP race, fucking Harrison Barnes, Mr. MVP contender. So why the fuck do they need Malik Monk? Conley, I don't play. Fultz, I'm not playing. Cole Anthony, I'm not playing. Fucking Suggs, I'm not playing. Fucking Tree Amigos. I told you last week that Dinwiddie was a fucking clown. He's a fucking bozo. He don't even know he be playing basketball when he's on the court. They need to send him to China, because I don't know I'm kind of pissed off kind of looking at this guy's name. He even got a stupid name. What the fuck is a Dinwiddie? He plays like a Dinwiddie. Get this fucking guy off my screen. Does some know 4.6? You could take a shot if he starts, but I'm not thrilled about his ass too. I think this slate sucks now that I look at it, because all these guys are ass. Who else is here? I don't see Kason Wallace, 3.9K. Yeah, let's go to shooting guard. I'm pissed off now. I'm fucking pissed off. Paul George, you could take a shot, 7.9. Brandon Ingram, 7.5. He's in play. Miles Bridges is 7.3. He's fine. He looks better if there's no LaMelo Ball. Jaden Ivey, you could take a shot. Brandon Miller, 6'6". He's fine. Looks better with no LaMelo. Jalen Green's been on a tear, 6.5. Fire him up. Cam Thomas, 6.3. He's been playing well. Fire him up. Tim Hardaway Jr., 6K with no Luka. No, thank you. Caruso, I spoke about Caruso, but he's fine. Grayson Allen, 5.5 if he's in. Good for him. Strus, not interested in. I mean, you got to play somebody, right? Grayson Allen, Strus, Kevin Huerter, they're in the player pool, but as of right now, I don't see myself getting to them. Does that help? Sam Merrill, no thank you. Eric Gordon, no thank you. These guys, uh, Hardy. Oh boy, we've seen this story so many times. We play Hardy. There's no Luka. There's no Kyrie. We play Hardy, dirt cheap. And what did he do? He busts. He wets the bed. He wets the floor, whatever the fuck you guys call it. I don't know, man. I can't keep doing the same things over and over again and keep getting the same results. That's craziness. I don't know. I don't think I need Dallas in my life, to be honest with you. I might feel a little bit differently close to the lock, but right now, I'm not feeling these fucking Mavericks without Luka. They're garbage. You see what I'm saying? Oh my God. Koulibaly, if you're desperate. KCP, if you're desperate. Amen Thompson, you could take a shot. The rest, if Cunningham can't go and they start Hayes, 4K, you could play him. Like, how bad can he be? But this slate is really I don't really see anything. This shit is in shambles. Oh man. DeRozan against Charlotte should be money in the bank. Butler, 7-2. His price is coming down because he doesn't play. He doesn't do nothing special in the regular season, to be honest with you. Franz Wagner is still like playing like he's hurt. Like, he's not putting enough the numbers. 30, 23, 33, 33, 39. Before he got hurt, he was putting up 40s and 50s and 60s. 32 minutes, 39 fantasy points. Okay, we need more of that. 7K, Franz Wagner's in play. Looks like he's ramping up. He's coming back to earth. He's got a great matchup. So let's see what he does. Franz Wagner, fire his ass up. Bojan, a 6'4", he's in play. Abdi is in play, 6.1K. Keldon Johnson, you could take a shot, 5.8. Michael Porter, 5.7 in play. Cam Johnson, 5.2, you could take a shot. MVP, front runner, Harrison Barnes, 5K, light his ass up. What did he do last game? Coming back to earth. 35 minutes, 5 for 15, 22 fantasy points, but at least he took 15 shots. All right, Harrison Barnes, don't believe we're playing you in the middle of February, or beginning of February, you know what I mean, but congratulations, Harrison Barnes. Okay, who else is here? Dylan Brooks? Shit, I don't think I need him. Not on a 9-game slate. Brooks, Powell, Murphy, they're in the player pool, but I don't think so. Cam Whitmore's in the player pool. Lou Dort is 4,100 for a reason. Gorgie Nang? Nah. Mobley's back. Alright, before we start with power forward, if you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. All that stuff is important. If you're struggling to cash, you don't have the energy and the time to wait for starting lineups with the NBA, you don't have time for all that news that trickles in before tip-off, I can help you. I can send you my finalized optimal lineups. Just check out my Patreon linked in the description. All right. Power forward. So we see Wemby creeping up, 9.2K. Fire up Wemby. He's playing 30 minutes. Orlando is a tough matchup, but Wemby is generational. I don't need to watch him for 4 years to tell you this shit. Next year he's going to be averaging 25 and 12 easy with 3 blocks. The year after that, he's going to be averaging 29 and 14. Like, he's going to be a monster. Wemby's in play. Durant's in play. Banchero, I like Banchero better than Durant because Durant has a guy on his team that takes 95 shots a game. So what you gonna do? I like Banchero. I like Kawhi to an extent. Cat 8.1 is in play for me, even though that game I get blown out the water. Kuzma's in play 7.8, even though it's a tough matchup. Zion is in play, even though I don't know what the fuck he be doing sometimes. Mobley at 7K is on a minutes limit. I don't know if I could pay for him. It's like you go into a pizzeria, right? And you pay for a whole pie, right? And they give you half a pie and tell you have a good day. That's what will be happening here. I'm going to be paying 7K for this guy to play 21 minutes. I need my change, bitch. Now fuck that. I can't do it. I'm sorry. He could absolutely hit value in 21 minutes, but no, I don't got those. I'm not playing those type of games tomorrow. I'm sorry. Keegan Murray 6K, he's okay, but he's sometimes. Sometimes he shows up, sometimes he doesn't. Same thing with fucking PJ Washington. Same thing with PJ Washington. These guys don't have no dog in them. The players from the 90s, they were less talented, but they had a dog in them. Like, they'll show up to work. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, they just be on the court giggling and fucking prancing around like they're the fucking parade. Meanwhile, our dumbasses got tons of money fucking resting on their souls. I'm getting pissed off talking about this shit. I'm about to kick my computer screen, to be honest with you. My monitor, I'm about to fling this shit out the window. Could you guys just be giggling and laughing and playing and not taking this shit seriously? Then you know what they say after the game? They be like, fuck your parlays. Wow. Sohan's in play 5.7. Jabari Smith Jr. 5.7. He's in play. Aaron Gordon's in play. Josh Green 4.5 if you really want to live life on the edge. Nas Reed if you're feeling frisky. Royce O'Neal I can't play. Grant Williams is absolute fucking pickle juice water. He's fucking awful. Oh my god. Isaac, if he starts 3.8, something's always going on with Jonathan fucking Isaac. Yo, he's been in the league 10 years and he's probably haven't played a full season yet. Wow. If he starts, you could take a shot 3.8K. If he fails you, he fails you. What can I tell you? All right, let's go to center. Let's wrap this shit up because these guys really got me pissed off. All right, like I was saying in the beginning, if Jokic plays, play Jokic, find value. It's advice I have to tell myself also. So I'm not just saying it. Like, I know it's hard to play these guys when they're 11, 12K and there's no real value, but this is where it's trending now. If you want to cash, you got to pay up and then find value. These guys are putting up 70. If Jokic puts up 70 fantasy points and you don't have him, you're done. You know why? Because these mid-range plays, these 6,000s, these 6,500s, these 7Ks, you know what they're doing? They're not doing their part. So when you have a 7K guy, right, and you need 40 fantasy points out of him, and he gives you 30, and Jokic gives you 80, and the next bum gives you 20, you lose. You see what happened? You lose. Pay up for Jokic, pay up for SGA, find value. Pay up for Sabonis, find value. If you're playing 2 lineups, if you're playing 3 lineups, I want to see Jokic, Sabonis. I want to see Jokic or Sabonis in those lineups. You know what I'm saying? And then I want to see Wemby, Sengun, and SGA to a lesser degree. Those 5 guys should be in your main lineups. You're welcome. Jokic, Sabonis, Sengun absolutely in play. Sengun might be a little bit too cheap if he's going to do what I think he's going to do. I think he's trying to take that next step. Bam is okay, but I don't want anything from Miami. Jared Allen's absolutely in play. He should feast on Detroit, 7.7K. Vooch should feast on Charlotte, 7.5K. I think I prefer Vooch because he's $200 cheaper and he doesn't have Mobley next to him. Holmgren, you could take a shot, 7.4. Durant is going to get his, so he's fine at 7.2. Claxton has been good. Gobert should absolutely dance on Dallas in the paint. We don't need Nurkic. We don't need Valanciunas. And we don't need Wendell Carter. Gafford if you're desperate. Nick Richards if you're desperate. And maybe Plumlee if you want to be cute. But I ain't trying to play Plumlee, to be honest with you. Larry Nance. Larry Nance, and I want to say Barlow if there's no Zach Collins. All right, that's all I got for you. Listen, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my video. I'm going to go in and get out of here. Hope you had a profitable Tuesday night. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. Check out the Patreon link in the description if you want me to send you my lineups. I'm going to go in and go. I appreciate you. Talk to you later. Ciao.